When does knowledge become power? Power, manpower, is organized knowledge expressed through intelligent efforts. No efforts can be said to be organized unless the individuals engaged in their effort coordinate their knowledge and energy in a spirit of perfect harmony. Lack of such harmonious coordination of effort is the main cause of practically every business failure. Destroy every plant that the Ford Motor Company owns, every piece of machinery, every atom of raw or finished material, every finished automobile, and every dollar on deposit in any bank, and Henry Ford would still be the most powerful man economically on earth. The brains with which have built the Ford business could duplicate it again in short order. Ford is the most powerful man on earth economically because he has the keenest and most practical conception of the principle of organized knowledge of any man on earth, as far as this author has the meaning of knowing. The astute businessman has not only recognized the importance of the law of organized effort, but he has made this law the warp and woof of his power. Power and success are practically synonymous terms. One grows out of the other, and therefore any person who has the knowledge or the ability to develop power through the principle of harmonious coordination of efforts between individual minds or in any other manner may be successful in any reasonable undertaking that is possible of successful termination. Harmony. It must not be assumed that a mastermind will immediately spring, mushroom fashion, out of every group of minds with make a pretense of coordination in a spirit of harmony. Harmony is the nucleus around which the state of mind known as mastermind must be developed. Without this element of harmony, there can be no mastermind, a truth which cannot be repeated too often. The time when such unity of minds will take place will be measured largely by the time required for the great universities and non-sectarian institutions of learning to supplant ignorance and superstition with understanding and wisdom. This time is rapidly approaching. I would wonder what Napoleon Hill would think about Wikipedia. It's a combination of great minds working together, providing knowledge in harmony. How many people have used Wikipedia to create greater knowledge? Another example would include the social networks of Facebook, LinkedIn, and MySpace. If there is no harmony, people cannot connect to people they don't know. The internet is a wonderful example of harmony. Each computer needs to talk to each other. Each of the computers are set up by a group of people and companies working together in harmony. When a message is sent on email, it may go through hundreds of computers before reaching its destination, and no one person knows any more than the computer it's connected to. It will be observed that music playing is no small part in bringing about the harmony essential to the blending of a group of minds in a revival meeting. Call it religion, psychology, mind chemistry, or anything you please. They're all based upon the same principle. But there is nothing more certain than the fact that whenever a group of minds are brought together in contact in a spirit of perfect harmony, each mind in the group becomes immediately supplanted and reinforced by a notable energy called a mastermind. A negative environment, such as that existing where some members of the family is constantly nagging, will interfere with the chemistry of the mind to such an extent that the individual will lose ambition and gradually sink into oblivion. It is because of this fact that the old saying that a man's wife may either make or break him is literally true. In a subsequent lesson, a whole chapter on this subject is addressed to the wives of men, and I guess the husbands of wives. Any high school student knows that certain food combinations will, if taken into the stomach, result in indigestion, violent pain, and even death. Good health depends in part, at least, upon a food combination which harmonizes. But harmony of food combinations is not sufficient to ensure good health. There must be harmony also between the units of the energy known as the mind. Harmony seems to be one of nature's laws, without which there can be no such thing as organized energy, or life in any form whatsoever. The health of the body as well as the mind is literally built around, out of, and upon the principle of harmony. The energy known as life begins to disintegrate, and death approaches when the organs of the body stop working in harmony. The moment harmony ceases as the source of any form of organized labor, the units of the energy are thrown into a chaotic state of disorder, and power is rendered neutral or passive. Harmony is also the nucleus around which the principle of mind chemistry known as a mastermind develops power. Destroy this harmony and you destroy the power of growing out of a coordinated effort of individual minds. Success in life, no matter what one may call success, is largely a matter of adaptation to environment in such a manner that there is harmony between the individual and his environment. The palace of a king becomes a hovel of a peasant if harmony does not abound within its walls. Conversely stated, the hut of a peasant may be to yield more happiness than that of the mansion of the rich man, if harmony obtains in the former and not in the latter. Without the law of harmony, there can be no organization of knowledge. For which way one ask, is organized knowledge except for the harmony of facts of truth and natural laws? The moment discord begins to creep in the front door, harmony edges out the back door, so to speak. Whether the application is made to do a business partnership or an orderly movement of the planets in the heavens. If the student gathers the impression that the author is laying undue stress upon the importance of harmony, let it be remembered that lack of harmony is the first and often the last and only cause of failure. There can be no poetry, nor music, nor oratory worthy of notice without the presence of harmony. Good architecture is in large matter of harmony. Without harmony, a house is nothing but a mass of building material, more or less a monstrosity. Sound business management plants the very sinews of its existence in harmony. Every well-dressed man or woman is a living picture and a moving example of harmony. With all these workaday illustrations of the important part which harmony plays in the affairs of the world, nay, in the operation of the entire universe, how could any intelligent person ever leave harmony out of his definite aim in life? As well, I have no definite aim as to admit harmony as the chief stone of its foundation.